What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to Rebuilding Chelsea. Today we have the FA Cup semi-final against Swansea. Then I'll probably just play Sheffield United in the championship. You can see our rotated squad, see some of our backups play that you rarely get to see play. So, yeah, I figured that's what I'd do. There's no reason to do that and then play like 5 games, then play the FA Cup final. I figured I'd make these 2 different episodes. So, the FA Cup semi-final and Sheffield United will be today. If we win this, the next episode will be the FA Cup final. And probably the last game of the season, so which is against West Brom, the second team in the league. So that's gonna be. I don't know if that's actually gonna be a huge match for them. They might have locked up second place, but after that disappointing match against Barcelona, there's been no games to be played since. So we're coming off the heels of that just awful performance, worst performance of the season, maybe worst performance of the save, like including all the Everton matches, like. Yeah, I think this is probably the worst performance we ever had. Of course, it's against a good team, but still, it's unacceptable. They scored like 3 long shots. It's just unbelievable. There's nothing I could have done. They got lucky. We just played like garbage. Every single player played like garbage, except for Joe Blake, I think, played decently because he got a goal. He's the only one. But we'll put that behind us. We're going on to the FA Cup semifinal against Swansea. A chance to get to the FA Cup final and get some Europa League football. This is the team I'm going with. John Ring is back, so he's coming right in back to the starting lineup. Marcus Connor did not impress me last match, so Ring comes back. Enrique stays behind the striker. Wilson stays up top. Jonathan Curtis has to come in because Jordan Dawson is suspended. Soler is still not back from his injury. Still needs another 3 days. He failed his fitness test. So Savage is getting dropped out of the squad entirely. Lopez Rodriguez is going to be our backup striker / attacking midfielder. Unfortunately, all of our under 23 players, or players that we have available for the under 23s, which is guys that rarely see the pitch, they just played, so I can't have James Fleming on the bench, so I have no backup deep line playmaker. So that's kind of unfortunate, but maybe I should have taken them off that for the end of the season, considering they're playing like every game, but I'm actually going to do it now. Because they're going to be playing the rest of these games. I don't want them playing for the under 23s right now. It's fine during the season, but not for now. Take them all off. And that's it. So let's get into this match. If this is another disappointing match, I don't know if I'll be able to mentally handle it. I might have a mental breakdown if we lose this match. So let's get into it. For my own sake, let's win this match. I'm gonna thrash my arm and say I expect to see a much better performance from you today. I'm expecting to see solid defensive work. I'm expecting you to take control of the midfield, and I'm expecting some quality finishing. If we had Soler, do we win those 2 legs against Barcelona? I think we do. He's that big of a game changer. He has like 60 goals this season. Absolute nuts amount of goals. Given the importance of the upcoming match for the 2 teams, there's an incredible hunger from the Chelsea fans to get a positive result. Does the added pressure, given what's at stake, affect you and your preparations at all? Far from it. It's business as usual as far as I'm concerned. But the fact is that managers can often crack under the pressure. You seem to handle it pretty well. Can the same be said by Pierce Simpson? I don't know. But I know he'll be feeling confident, and I'm confident I can handle it better than most people. As the leading scorers in the FA Cup, are you looking forward to another positive match in front of goal? I want my team to play on the front foot, and the boys have done that really well so far. I think they can continue in this way. Swansea have lost 3 in a row, so they're coming in pretty poor form. They're playing a 4-4-2. But based on their form, we have to be a little confident. Obviously, we lost our last match too, but they've lost 3 in a row. They didn't have to play Barcelona. They might have had to play like one of the big boys in England, but still, they didn't play Barcelona. So they've got one player that's a little bit tired. All of our players are fit, which I wasn't sure was going to be the case because the Barcelona match was just like 3 days ago. So I feared they might be dead, but they're all fit for this match, fortunately. Hopefully they can turn it into a good performance. As Wilson is kind of through on goal here, but a pretty simple save for Montoya. Hit pretty weakly at his near post, and he makes the easy save. I have another highlight here. Another 7 minutes later, in the 14th minute, John Ring, it bounces around, and eventually Diaby gets his foot on the end of it. It counts as an assist from Ring, but I don't know if he had any. I think he was going for goal, and it bounced off. I don't know if it's the keeper or a defender. Let's watch this again. Muhar brings it in. Ring heads it. It hits the defender in the back and then falls right to Diaby. So not I guess that's an assist, but yeah, that's pretty poor to hit a defender from that angle. But I'll take it. We scored a goal. Gabriel Enrique is now on the ball. Might overrun it, but he gets it to Curtis. Back to Gabriel Enrique. Back to Curtis. Into Muhar. Through the ring. Through to Wilson. I thought Ring probably should have gone for goal himself, but he finds a nice through ball to Daryl Wilson. And after 17 minutes, we are up 2-0. Why couldn't we perform like this against Barcelona? Obviously, Swansea and Barcelona are a little bit different of a skill level, but like I thought Ring should have gone for goal there. I didn't see the pass through to Wilson, but he knew better than I did. He found the pass through to make pretty much a shot that he could not miss. It was close to being offside, but it wasn't really that close. He's pretty far on. Yeah, Wilson can't miss from there, so a good pass from John Ring. He has 2 assists in this game. If we have a Ring, do we win that game? Or do we at least not lose 4-1? I don't know. He's we literally were without our 2 best players for that match. So that's very unfortunate, but what can I do? Like, they had to sit out. They failed their fitness tests. I couldn't risk their, future skill or their future health by playing them when they're not fit to be selected. So I think I made the right call. It just didn't work out in our favor. They had 3 long shots. As Wilson's through on goal again, Gabriel Enrique feeds through Daryl Wilson, and he finds the back of the net. That that probably is game over. 3-0 after 34 minutes. Looks like we're going to put this one to bed in the first half. Just far too easy for our team. Like, I don't know what the Swansea center backs are doing there, but they let Wilson go between them pretty simply. Found a ball through. Easy pass, easy goal. They have .01 XG. We have 3 goals. I think we're winning this game. As they're going to look for a counterattack here with Palmer. Back to Traiani? I don't know. Into Larini. Over to Morales. Over the ball. Over top for Palmer, but it's not going to get there. Gashi comes out and gets to it. That might be the end of the highlight, or it might be a highlight for us as he finds a ball deep for Wilson, who heads it down to Effiong. They've got an injured player in defense, too. Effiong looking for a ball across. Instead, he goes on his own, but it gets saved, and then I think Wilson hit that into the back of the goalkeeper as he's trying to save the first shot. He hits the goalkeeper with it. That's difficult to do. Obviously, that was not a goal. Probably should have been, though. It looks like that's going to be halftime. We're going to go into halftime with a 3-0 lead, and fully deserved. I'm delighted with your performance, or I don't think I actually clicked the right one. I'm very happy, whatever. Not a big difference between very happy and delighted. I am delighted with their performance. They have been magnificent, coming off such a disappointing game against Barcelona. They turned their fortunes around, and they played like winners. And it looks like we're going to an FA Cup final with the chance of getting Europa League football for next season. It's not as good as Champions League football, but I think it's a competition we can win. Obviously, I think we could win the Champions League too, but I really think we can win the Europa League with this team. This team is far too good for the Europa League, I think. If we were playing in the Premier League this season, I think we would be getting top 4. That's how good this team is. Like I said before, I have no idea how this team got relegated. It makes no sense to me. This team is far too good to get relegated. Gavrich is going to come in right mid. I'm going to take Ring off too. I don't want to risk him getting injured worse. Connor's going to come in. He's going to have to move up a little bit. I might teach him to play a little deeper. I might be already doing that, but for now, he's just going to play a little bit higher up. Sure, Lopez Rodriguez can come in. Actually, Muhar's on a yellow. Let's take him off. Bring in Zigrovic. See this game out. There's 4 minutes left, and we're up 3-0, maybe 4-0. We are up 4-0. Gavrich, with a nice ball through from Alak, finds the back of the net. It's 4-0 in an FA Cup semifinal. A pretty comfortable, easy victory. And Alak cutting in from left back, just running across the pitch, almost running into right back. Finds a nice ball through to Gavrich. And a pretty good finish for a guy that's not been getting a whole lot of football. He's been our main right winger while we're rotating for the Champions League and the FA Cup. He's been our main right winger in the league. But before that, he hadn't been getting a whole lot of football because we've got 2 pretty good players there. Wilson, and then, as that shot goes wide. Wilson and then Effiong. So he's kind of third choice at right wing. But this is going to be game. There's 10 seconds left, and we are going to win. We're going to make our way to an FA Cup final while we're in the championship. And I think it's going to be against Arsenal. Arsenal are playing Norwich, I believe, in the other leg. I don't know the result from that leg. I don't know if it's already been played or if it's being played at the same time. But I don't think it is played at the same time. I think it might be played either tomorrow or it's already been played. So we'll know who we face soon. I am very happy with the result and the way you played. Now play like that in the FA Cup final and we're going to win it. Not many people would have predicted an FA Cup final place for Chelsea, so how good does this moment feel? I'm chuffed. We might not have been everyone's favorites, but we had a quiet belief among ourselves that we could still challenge, and look at us now. Such a positive result must have gone down well with you. Will the players be getting a day off as a result? Absolutely. And we completely dominate Swansea, where are they in the league? Let's look at the Premier League. They are in the relegation zone. So they've done pretty well to get to a Champions League, an FA Cup semifinal. They've done well to get there. Norwich are 11th. Arsenal are top. With Everton are out of the Europa League, out of the European spots. What has happened to Everton? They were third not very long ago. They had a terrible, there are only 2 Premier League matches in there. They lost in the first knockout round to PSG, which is understandable. And they lost to Liverpool and Watford. Really, they've not been in pretty good form for a while. From the 31st of January on, they've got, 3 draws, 2 losses, 3 losses, and 2 wins. 3 wins. No, 2 wins. So, not the greatest run from them recently. Surely they're not going to be completely without European football after I took them to the Premier League title last season. I think that manager should probably get fired if he... Actually, has the manager already been fired? I don't remember if that guy was the manager before. No, he's been the manager since I left. So, Danny might not be long for this job, though, if he doesn't get them European football. I know generally Everton aren't expected always to get European football, but in this save, after we've won the Premier League, they should be getting European football. So, let's advance a couple days, see if we get the draw for the... Well, it's not really a draw. See who we get in the FA Cup final. I'm just going to sim my assistant for this one. I do most of the press conferences, but for now, I just want to sim that just so I can see. As West Brom have been guaranteed promotion in second place, so neither of us will care about that last match of the season. Let's see if we're facing Arsenal or Norwich. Obviously, fingers crossed for Norwich. Arsenal are top of the league. And one of the best teams in the league right now, so obviously one of the best teams if they're top. So obviously I'd much rather have Norwich. Here's the match. It's going to happen. My next click. It's probably going to be Arsenal, but can Norwich pull off the upset? How long is it going to take? And penalties, Arsenal get through. Norwich did a great job taking it to penalties, but they lose on penalties to Arsenal. And we'll be facing Arsenal in the FA Cup final. Chelsea-Arsenal, a pretty good matchup. That's going to be, if I look at our schedule, that's going to be on the 23rd. So actually a long time after the last championship match. So I guess I'll come back for that West Brom fixture. Well, no, I've got to play another game, don't I? I've got to play Sheffield United. I almost forgot. I almost signed off. I'll show you that Sheffield United game. I'll see you in a sec when we get there. Look forward to Arsenal in the FA Cup final, though. That's going to be next episode, so I'll see you in a few. And we are here for the Sheffield United match. I'm playing mostly backups for this match. A couple starters. Dawson gets the start just so he can get match sharpness, and the same for Pedro Soler. He's back from his injury. Only recommended 75 minutes, but I want to give him some game time. And Gabriel Enrique stays in just because I need to start another striker, and I want him to get as much game time as he can to improve on his ability. I want to see if we can help him reach his potential as quick as possible. And now's the perfect time to play him when we're in the championship. So I'm going to play him for this game. Actually, do I switch him and Savage? He's a better striker than Savage is. But he's supposedly better on the left wing. Not a winger, though. He goes in as an inside forward on attack. He's actually best as an inverted winger on support. I think best is inside forward attack, though. I could do that, or do that. I think I stick him at striker. Savage is better as an inverted winger than he is as an advanced forward or a deep line forward even. Man, I'm torn because I like having Savage come deep to kind of link up the defense and the attack, but that's kind of what the box-to-box midfielder does. So I'm going to go with this. If I need to change it during the match, I will, but let's get into this game. It's obviously not very important, but a chance to see players like Joe Kelly, who you haven't seen before, Hudson, which you haven't seen maybe at all or much, might have seen him once or twice, Singh, who you probably not have seen yet, Marcelli, who you probably haven't seen a whole lot of, Fleming, you probably haven't seen a whole lot of. So get to see some new players. So let's get into this game, see how we can do. Obviously, we'll also have the last match of the championship season against West Brom in the final match of the season. Next episode, that in the FA Cup final. So see a couple championship matches here for the end of our time in the championship. I don't think we'll be seeing the championship anytime soon, at least with Chelsea. We owe Sheffield United after what happened in our last match. Go out there and get revenge. Obviously, they beat us last time, and just a terrible performance. They had 2 lucky penalties, though, so they didn't really deserve that win. They had 2 penalties early on in the game that weren't penalties at all. So I want to smash them this time around just to show them who's boss. As we start off pretty well. 4 minutes in, 4.5 minutes in, and Nicholson heads it in from the corner. He's been one of our top goal scorers this season. Like, obviously, Enrique's got quite a few goals since coming in. Soler has a buttload of goals. Daryl Wilson has a buttload of goals. Savage has a few, but he's up there for goals scored. Connor has a few too. Connor's a decent goal scorer. Even though he doesn't have good finishing, he still scores quite a few goals. As that was nearly another goal. Ball put in from the right-hand side. Soler got his shot blocked. It fell back into the middle and couldn't find the back of the net. As Nicholson looks to go for his second goal of the game. But he can't quite get his head on it. Gets headed away to Makanjuga. No idea what nationality that guy, or Makanjuola. No idea what kind of nationality that guy is. Maybe South African or something? Sounds like a South African name. I'm going to check. Eric, first name. Still could be South African. I'll check to see what my guess is South African. If I'm right, I'm a nationality genius. He is Nigerian. I think that's Nigeria, right? Yep, Nigerian. Does he have South African nationality? He is English. Okay. Nigeria and England. I knew it was Africa. At least I had that. I could tell it's an African name. Might not be South African, but I knew it was African. As we're looking to see if we can get an easy win here. Dawson with the ball into Gavrich. Through to Gabriel Enrique. That has to be a goal, and it is. 2-0 up after 15 minutes. I really want to put like 6, 7 on them. Just show them that they got lucky last match. We are the far superior team. We've shown that so far this season, but I want to show it in this match, and so far we have. 2 goals up, 15 minutes in. Gabriel Enrique getting another goal. It's good to see him getting good performances in. Hopefully that is just great news for his development. He's going to play a lot of football next season too, so I think he can become an absolute superstar in this team. I'm so happy with that signing. It was so cheap too, like $20 million. Less than that, like 16.5, I think it was. For a guy of his quality, is just a steal. As that's a good tackle by Singh to put it back to the Kelly. He's going to drop the ball, look to play out from the back. Hudson with the ball. He's been okay. Like, if I had the money, as he might get an assist here. He does get an assist. A nice ball from Hudson into Gabriel Enrique. And he gets a brace. I was about to say, if I had the money, I might look to replace Hudson, find a new backup right back, because he's just okay. He's not fantastic. Doesn't have a whole lot of potential, even though at one time he was labeled as a wonder kid. He's definitely not that. So, I don't know what I'm going to do there at right back. I'm probably going to need to hold on to Hudson for the time being and keep him as the backup right back, because obviously we need to replace Diagne. So, we're going to need another midfielder. And I'm probably going to have to spend a lot of money on him. We might even need a second midfielder, because I don't know if I want Muhar as our backup central midfielder or as our only backup central midfielder especially. You know, Fleming can play there. Dawson can play there, kind of. Fleming's decent as like a box-to-box midfielder. He's got decent dribbling and everything. So he can play box-to-box pretty well. As Enrique has not a hat trick. I knew that was offside the whole time. Should have had a hat trick. Fleming with the ball through too, I think, and he's just a step off. A nice finish, though, into the bottom right corner, but wasn't to be. Hopefully he can still get his hat trick this match. I thought we might be getting a penalty there. Usually, that's a lot of times you see a penalty in that situation. It just felt like a penalty. But it wasn't going to be given, as Hudson makes a tackle, but it still falls to Kalu. He's going to cross it in to the outside of the area to Holmes. Is it going to be another long shot? I hate long shots now. Ever since that Barcelona match, I just hate long shots. They're so annoying. Looks like we're going to clear the ball, but looks like they're going to keep on the attack. I think this highlight's going to continue. Maybe it's going to be a highlight for us. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe. Gabriel Enrique, a chance for his hat trick, or he'll square it. He's not going to square it. I thought he might give Soler the tap in. He probably should have done that. But instead he goes for goal. He wants his hat trick. I understand. Can't really disagree with that thought process, but you're up 3-0. You might as well go for your hat trick. But he couldn't quite find it. He's still got another half to do it, though. I'm probably going to play him for this full match, because Soler obviously will need to come out after 75 minutes. As Singh has the ball over, he's become decent, 4th/5th choice option at center back and right back for us. So I'm okay with that. Obviously, we sold a player that played the same role for a lot of money. So to have Singh step in and be an adequate backup has been nice. I'm delighted with your performance so far. Keep it up. We are absolutely handing Sheffield United their lunch. They are only 9th in the championship, so they're doing decently. They have a chance at getting into the playoff spots, but with this result, we might be destroying that chance. They might be too far gone if they lose this match to come back. Is that Bernard Codrington? I don't think it is, because I don't think Bernard Codrington played right wing. As Downing is offside. Let's see if is that Bernard. It is Bernard. He's playing right back. That's the guy we had last season, isn't it? Or for Everton. Yeah. This guy we had on loan at Everton when we were in the championship. He didn't really do anything for us. He barely played. We got him in the January transfer window. He's not very good, so the fact that he's there starting right back, we should be beating them probably by more than this. I really want to see Gabriel Enrique get his hat tricks. I don't think he has a hat trick so far this season. Or does he? I don't remember. Maybe you remember better than I do. They're looking to be the more attacking team recently. They've had the best of the last 10 minutes. So we kind of need to step it up. Have another highlight here in the 78th minute. A throw in, but it's not going to go to our team initially. Fleming eventually gets it. Into Gabriel Enrique, into Gavrich, into Fleming, into Savage. Looking for Gabriel Enrique. They're trying to get him that hat trick. But it's just not, doesn't look like it's going to be. We're just not destined for the hat trick, I guess, because we just cannot get him through on goal and not offside. He's obviously scored an offside goal. He's nearly scored another goal, as that's just going to be blazed over. They've had a few decent shots, but a lot of them have been long shots. Savage hasn't had his best game. Soler needs to come off. That's right. I've almost left him on too long. So bring in Daryl Wilson. Bring in Marcus Connor. And for our last sub, I guess I'll take off Dawson. Let's actually open this up. Move Fleming to the deep line playmaker. Bring on Zigrovic. And we'll see the game out. Doesn't look like Gabriel Enrique is going to get his hat trick, but we're going to win 3-0 most likely. Looks like it's going to be 3-0. That's a solid victory. I was hoping for 6 or 7, but I'll take 3. As they're going to look to get one back, but I don't think they're going to. Singh cuts it out into Fleming, into Gavrich, back to Fleming, through to Gabriel Enrique. Can he get his hat trick at the death? He does. In the 91st of 93 minutes, Gabriel Enrique, they get a through ball through to him, and he finds the back of the net. A nice finish, too. That was not an easy finish. He was not at the perfect angle. Gavrich to Fleming. Fleming finds the ball through. That's not the easiest finish in the world. Has to go across the keeper. He does just that. Slides it into the bottom corner. Just low and hard. James Fleming has taken him. I'll just take him off. Game's almost over anyways. We win 4-0. Gabriel Enrique gets his hat trick. Very happy with that. Yeah, that's a full backup team that just beat the team in ninth place 4-0. I think this team's a little good. James Fleming out 1 to 3 days. That's fine. Gabriel Enrique. Let me praise him. Praise Gabriel Enrique. You were superb. That's going to be it for this episode. I will see you for West Brom and then Arsenal in the championship. The last game of the championship. The last game Chelsea will ever play in the championship, hopefully. At least during my reign. And then the Arsenal in the FA Cup final with our only chance to get Europa League football is be winning that game. So I've got high hopes. Arsenal's going to be tough. They're top of the Premier League right now. But it's going to be a huge match. If we can... I don't know, it's going to be a neutral ground, so that's probably a good thing. I think we'll do pretty well in a neutral ground. We did well at home against Barcelona. So I think we can do well in a neutral ground against Arsenal. So I'll see you then. If you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.